us and say that people, they were astonished with the Quran. Yes, Ali, how are you?
Hello.
Yes, Ali. Do you hear me? Do you hear me? Hold on. I think I forgot to.
Yo, can you hear me? Hello.
A second. All right, Ali.
Back. I can't
No,
hear you.
it's okay. You hear me now?
Oh, I can. Yeah, I can hear you now.
All right. How are you, Ali?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm fine. Did you search for your God saying that women, they have a sperm coming from their ribs?
I did ask my mom. She gave me an answer.
Okay.
So I did go on that website you sent me. My only problem was, well, there's two things I want to bring up. First of all, was when I was watching your live after we hung up, you said if you look at the difference between the English and the Arabic has 2 pages full of writing. The English only has 1 line. And you said that's the way that Muslims deceive and lie. But if you can read Arabic, so you obviously knew this. But in case you didn't read it, on the Arabic page, they were doing tafsir for 3 ayat, not that just the one they do for the 1 and the 2 that come after.
No, my friend, no problem. But you will see that in the English one, they are doing the same. Let me show you. You want to see?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. What tafsir I gave you? Remind me. Ibn Kathir or someone else?
You sent me it. It's
I think it was Ibn Kathir.
I think it was Janan, I think.
Jalalain? No, I think
Jalalain.
Because no, it was here we go. Let me click at your link, the link I gave you, because I believe I gave you the link, right?
Yeah, you did.
All right. Yeah, no, this is Tafsir al-Quran, Ibn Kathir. Do you see it?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right. Now, if we go to Ibn Kathir in English, we will find that everything written in here is gone in the English. Let us go.
Best idea, Mom. Okay.
This is Ibn Kathir. And Ibn Kathir, actually, you see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we will go to the verse number 7. Oh, sorry, we go. Sorry, this is chapter 86. We go to 86. We go. You see, there's all the way 1 all the way to 10. There's no between here. What is that? See? Do you see on the screen? So I'm
waiting for it to load.
Yeah, which means when you click 1, it's going to read for you all the tafsir from 1 to 10, and then you click at 11, the second page. You see it? Do you see it now?
The live is delayed. It's still not on. Yeah, I see the 1 to 11. Yeah.
See, so when you click at 1, which that's mean is going to continue non-stop in 1 page from 1 to 10. Then you have to go to second page, which will be 11. Do we agree?
Should be like that. Yeah.
All right. So we click now. Go. There we go. And now show me where it says what we showed you in Arabic. Nowhere it can be found.
The live is delayed. Let it come.
I will give you the link if you want. You can open it from your side and tell me where we can find what we read in Arabic in the English page. And if it's not there, why?
1 sec. I'm gonna load it up on my laptop because it's playing both voices at the same time and it sounds really like it's hard to focus.
Yeah.
Is the link you just sent me? Is that the one you're using right now?
I send you. You have already. If you go previously to the Arabic one.
Yeah, but you sent me another one right now.
And I send you another one. Yeah, this is the English one I'm using. Now, where we can find all what is written in Arabic? What happened?
I don't see the problem though. They're showing the ayah and then they're showing the tafsir for it.
No, my friend. Here we go. Like here as an example, it says. خلق من ماء دافق يعني المني, which means the sperm. يخرج دافقا من الرجل والمرأة, come out from the man and the women, فيتولد منهما الولد بإذن الله عز وجل. So it's coming, a sperm coming from both of them, from the man and the women, which will make the child by the will of Allah. And then he says ولهذا قال يخرج من بين الصلب والترائب, يعني صلب الرجل وترائب المرأة وهو صدرها. وقال شبيب, you know, where we can find that, it says here وترائب المرأة أصفر رقيق لا يكون الواد إلا منها. وكذلك it says وقال الضحاك وعطية عن ابن عباس تربية المرأة موضع قلادة. The tarbiyah of the mar'a is the location of the necklace. Where we can find that in the English one? Can you show it to me? Maybe I miss it.
It says from the man and the woman. It doesn't say the way the necklace is.
Okay, so where is the Arabic text is gone? Why they took it off?
Well, that's not the text from the Quran, right? That's just the text. That's their
my friend. You see, my friend. You remember what you called me when you called me? You said that I said this is how the Muslim they deceive. Why in the English text?
No, because when you were using the Jalalain and I went on it.
I'm not using the Jalalain. No, I'm not using the Jalalain. The link is there, my friend. The link you click. Listen, click at the link I gave you. It's just the one before.
I'm on the link right now. So, I'm on the link right now.
No. Listen, the link I gave you, it was Ibn Kathir, and I compared to Ibn Kathir. I did not compare a Jalalain to the English Jalalain, because a Jalalain we don't have it in English here in this website. I showed you this website. You can go to the video. So I gave you a Tafsir Ibn Kathir in Arabic, and I showed you Ibn Kathir in English. Now where we can find here, it says that the word Taraib mean the location of the necklace. Do you see it anywhere? Maybe I did miss it.
In English, no, I don't see it anywhere.
Okay, why? What is the problem? Why all this part is gone? Don't you think that this is a shameful act done by the Muslims to deceive us, to cover up?
It's not done by the Muslims, right?
It's done by who? Who is the one who translated this?
Ibn Kathir.
Ibn Kathir translated this to English?
Well, I don't know who translated it, but whoever translated it was the
guys.
Ibn
Kathir is the one who translated this to English.
Obviously, it wasn't, but I'm saying the person who translated it is the one who did it, right?
My friend, if he is the one who translated, why the Muslims don't say to him, take it down, this is a false translation? What happened to Ibn Kathir? He ate it up. Almost 60-70% of Ibn Kathir is gone. Why the Muslim don't complain? Why Muslim don't say this is a false translation?
I don't know.
Okay, now, so now did you prove to yourself? You promised me that if you discover that this is what the Quran is saying, you will leave Islam. That the Quran is saying that women have a sperm coming from her ribs, the location of the necklace, and the sperm of the man is coming from the backbone. You promised me you will check it out. If this is true, you will leave Islam.
Yeah, and I talked to my mom, but like, so can I explain it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so the first thing she told me was in the Quran it says nothing about sperm leaving a woman. It says the salb and the what's the other? I don't remember what the other word is, but you know what I'm talking about. It doesn't say sperm leaving the woman.
You see, Ali, I don't want to insult you, but you remember what you said to me? You said to me, I'm going to check this interpretation. If this is what it says, I will leave Islam.
I know. And I showed my mom the interpretation. She was telling me, she was saying that this is that specific man's explanation.
Okay.
This isn't what he's saying. The Quran is saying that's what.
Okay, no problem. My friend, hold on. You see, you made a promise that if this is what the man's saying, I will leave Islam. You did not promise.
No.
Yes, this is what you said. Okay, let me ask you. Choose another interpretation who is a smarter. Forget about Ibn Kathir. Choose any other donkey. Which donkey you want me to show you? Here we go. We have a long list of donkeys. Choose any donkey of your choice. A mule, horse, anything you want. Which one? There's tons. Look how many. Look how many. Which one of them is your favorite?
Can I just explain myself?
Don't explain, because you don't even know what I'm talking about, and you have to ask your mom, and suddenly your mom became the scholar. Your mom, with my respect to her, she is the one who can explain the Quran when the Quran says that women are half a brain.
So like that doesn't change the fact, like, why can't I?
It doesn't change the fact. What do you mean? Is it the Quran says that women are even allowed to witness? Two men are one man equal to two women. So according to your religion, with my respect to your mother, I'm not insulting your mother. This is not my intention. According to Islam, your mother is a half a human being. Have you ever heard of a woman explaining the Quran? No. I am asking you to be honest. Which interpretation you like me to pick up for you? Choose one. Here we go. We have a long list.
Why can't we just go straight to the Quran? Why do we have to do it?
Because you cannot. Okay, here we go. We go to the Quran. The Quran says it clearly. It's a gushing fluid. How your mom, she said to you, this is not a sperm. What is this? What is the liquid come as gushing fluid, which is coming from the man and the women? What is that?
It doesn't say man and the woman. That's what.
No, it says that. It says no. It says that because anyone who's my friend, don't waste my time. Don't waste my time. No, listen. The word tara'ib is specifically for the location of the necklace of the women. Read with me carefully.
No, because another interpretation for the word tara'ib is ribs.
Which one?
Is it not?
Give me the interpretation. Which one? Which one?
Look, you won't even let me speak.
My friend, you said another interpretation says the opposite, right? Or said only ribs.
Not the opposite. Another translation for the word tara'ib is rib.
Where? Who said that?
On Quran.com.
Al-Quran.com. It says ribs?
It says ribs.
Okay, is that supposed to be fixing it?
It actually changes the perspective of everything because if you look, it says, look, it says,
my friend,
let him observe. Listen, just let me speak. Let me speak. He says on ayah 5, it says, let man observe from what he was created, right? Is that correct?
Yeah, and I'm listening. And
min man khalaq, right? So what the man was created from. So then after it says he was created from a fruit rejected, right? But now if you look back to Adam and Eve, you guys believe in Adam and Eve too, do you not?
Lord have mercy. Lord have mercy. What Adam and Eve? What Adam, he was created from ejected fluid. Guys, Adam, he created from orgasm. And Eve was created from orgasm. My friend, are you saying to me that you Muslim believe that Adam and Eve, they are created from orgasm? Hello? I lost you. Say again what you were saying.
I said, was Eve not created from one of the ribs of Adam?
This is about the ribs of but you see the ribs, you are the one who said to me that this is the ribs of the women. Isn't it the ribs of the women or the ribs of the man?
I didn't say ribs of, I said bro, the woman.
No, my friend, don't be stupid. It says gushing fluid. It says gushing fluid. Look what the man is created from, gushing fluid coming from between the backbone of the man and the ribs of the women. And this is have nothing to do. Listen, my friend, I am not a kid. Don't waste my time.
Okay, you want okay, look. It says coming from between the backbone and the ribs, right?
The backbone of the man and the ribs of the women.
Okay, when women release eggs, where are they released from?
From their nose. Where? You tell me. From the ribs?
Released from the no, it's not released from the ribs, it's released from an area near their ribs.
Near the ribs.
Not near.
How
under,
near? How near?
Under in I don't know, in the woman reproductive system. That's
my friend. It says okay.
So when it says gushing forward, did it say gushing out of?
Okay, no problem. I want you to show me one interpretation. I agree with you.
Why can't you take my interpretation?
Who are you? You don't even know how to read the words.
I actually do know. I found another app that like does it because I don't know how to read the words when they're on top of each other, but when they're side by side,
okay.
I can.
Okay, let me ask you. So all the Muslim scholars in the world, they are stupid, and you are the only smart guy who got it right.
That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I have my own interpretation, and I'm allowed to have my own interpretation.
Okay, let me. Okay,
look, answer me this. Some people believe. Do you believe Jesus is God?
Why you are changing topic now?
I'm just giving you an example. Do you believe Jesus is God?
Yes.
This is going to be on the same topic. Okay, there are some Christians who believe Jesus isn't God, that he's the Son of God, right?
No.
Yes, there is. There's many Christians who believe that.
No, that's false. You know,
okay, you're saying that's false, but some people do believe it, right?
My friend, you can believe whatever you want, but Christianity,
okay, so,
you cannot call him a Christian. You cannot call. Hold on. You cannot call someone Christian if he believe in something not the Christian believe in. You can call him Jehovah's Witness. You can call him whatever you want. Every belief has a name. Christians are those who believe that Jesus is God. As simple as that. They believe in the Father, the Son. It's not up to you. No, you do not know some Christians. Those are not Christians.
I do know.
When I say a Muslim, okay, have you ever heard of a Muslim who don't believe Muhammad is a prophet?
Not myself, no.
Okay, so in order to call you a Muslim, you have to believe in Muhammad as a prophet, correct?
Correct, but
Okay.
there's some
So
differences
shut
between the
up.
beliefs of
Listen,
Muslims,
don't
aren't
talk
there?
to me like a kid. In order to
I'm
believe,
not.
in order to believe that you are somebody is a Christian, he have to believe in the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit, and he have to believe that we have one God and Jesus is our God. So if you have someone who don't believe Jesus is God, that's his problem. This is not a Christian. He can be Mormon, he can be Jehovah's Witnesses, or he can be a Muslim maybe.
I have a question though. If Jesus is God, how was he killed?
That's a good question. So you are saying if Jesus is God, he should not be killed, correct?
You can't die if you're God, can you?
You are right.
God doesn't have a beginning or an end.
Thank you. You just prove to me that Jesus is God in Islam, because according to Islam, Jesus was not killed.
Yeah, he was. I know God put in a substitute for him.
No. You just said no. Your logic is if Jesus is God, he should not be killed. This is your logic, my friend, right?
He can't be killed, but
my
God
friend,
was
hold
killed
on. It's you who said to me how God can be killed, correct? Okay.
Correct.
Jesus, he was not killed in Islam, so he must be God. And he right now he's in heaven, he's there for 2,000 years at least. So he must be God in Islam.
But that means Christianity is false because Jesus was killed.
But that's mean
no,
hold on. But that's mean that Jesus still is God.
How would he be God if he got killed on the cross and then resurrected?
Well, you see, I'm going with your logic. If Jesus is not God, he should.
Even if you go with my
logic,
friend, but it becomes flawed.
No. That will just change the fact that if Jesus was crucified or not, but still he's God. So
if he wasn't crucified, then all of Christianity is false.
Listen. I'm going with your logic. Don't run away from your logic. You are the one who said to me, if Jesus is God, he should not be killed. In Islam, Jesus was not. My friend, that's mean we are right anyway. That's mean we are right anyway, because it's still at the end of the day, what is important for us that Jesus is God. So it's confirmed in your cult that Jesus is God anyway. So you have now to leave Islam and accept that Muhammad must be a false prophet, because your logic is if Jesus is God, he should be alive and no one would be able to kill him. So why you don't leave Islam?
Because what you do is you complain on your live a lot of Muslims always want to talk about Christianity and they never want to talk about their own belief because they're afraid. But you're doing the same thing here.
I just answered you. I got you busted from your logic. I got you busted from your logic. I got you busted from your logic.
From the perspective of a Muslim. Answer me from the perspective of a Christian.
I answered you. I answered you. Secondly, okay, let me answer you now. Let me answer you as a Christian. No problem. Me as a Christian, we believe that God, nobody can kill him. Simply, they killed the flesh of the man. Jesus said, before Abraham I am, which means his existence had nothing to do with the flesh of the man. So the flesh of the man was killed, but God will never be able to kill, and nobody can kill God. He is always alive. He is the living God. So they killed the man. Listen. I'm asking you as a Christian. Either you want to listen, either you want to listen. So the one who was killed is the flesh, but not God. God always is alive. So this is why Jesus, you know, when he came back to them, he came with the flesh to prove that this is what happened. I am him, the one who promised you that I am the resurrection. Jesus said, I am the resurrection, I am the life, I am the truth. All of those are title only given to God. I am the Alpha, I am the Omega, I am the beginning, I am the end. So when Jesus came back to his disciples and he showed them his hands, that this is me, because they could not believe how he come back from life. I mean, this is they crucify you. So he showed them that death will not overcome him. He overcome death. In the same time, when I answered you about your logic, if Jesus is God, should not be killed, that's mean you are being hypocrite. Because
I didn't say should, I said could not be
could
killed.
Not. Thank you very much. Okay, you explain to me now why the Jews could not kill Jesus.
Because God took him up to heaven.
Why?
They killed the Jesus substance.
Okay, why? Explain to me why God took him up to heaven and the Jews could not kill him.
God did not want Jesus to die.
Okay, that's a good thing to say. Why God don't want him to die?
Because Jesus is going to come back during the end of days.
Why Allah did not save Muhammad?
God has his plan, right? I don't know.
Muhammad was killed by poison.
I don't see your point. Like God, like
why Allah?
Jesus,
why Allah? Who
listen,
is the highest? Who is the highest messenger in Islam?
I believe it's Prophet Muhammad.
All right. So why Allah he saved Jesus and he did not save Muhammad, and he let Muhammad die in a very horrible death by poison?
Because that's God's plan.
That's what?
God's plan.
So God's plan?
Yeah, this is God. Does God not have a plan?
So your God plan is to make Muhammad die like a rat I mean, cannot he make him die normally? What is the point of making him die by poison?
It's God. Like, well, like, what's the point of some people?
Okay,
dying
how he is the highest? How he
is?
is the highest, but the hero die in the middle of the movie, and Jesus is the one who is the hero who will finish all the movie. You know, which his logic is to say to me that Jesus is the one will come. Hold on, you are saying to me that Jesus will come back. He will kill the devil. He will destroy the evil. He will establish the truth, and he will establish the justice. And even your prophet said, your God Muhammad said that Jesus, he will come on you and he will be hakaman muqsitan. Do you know what hakaman muqsitan mean?
Judge.
What judge? No, judge and just. Correct? Muqsitan.
Yeah, a just judge.
Thank you very much. How Jesus can be judge and just if he is not God? Because no human can be absolute just. In order for me to judge you in a just in just perfect just, I have to be God. Otherwise, a human being, they make mistakes. Human being, they judge you by evidence. Okay, somebody provide evidence, bring some witnesses, even if they are false. If 4 people or 3 people they witness against you that you commit a crime, you go, that's it, you execute it. Just to bring 3 people, pay them some money. They say we saw him killing this guy. You go to hell. That's it. They kill you. They execute you. But in order to be just, it's mean you have to know what nobody knows. You have to be able to be God, because nobody can hide the truth from you. So Jesus, how he will be just and he will be judged in the judgment day.
Where does it say that in the Quran?
Well, you are the one who said to me that yes, Jesus, he will come.
No, you told me that in the Quran it says Jesus will come back at just
in the hadith. Yeah.
Oh no, but does it say it in the Quran?
No.
Okay, well,
here we go.
You're the one who's.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Okay, here we go. So you're a prophet. Okay, your prophet is lying.
I'm not saying my prophet's lying. I'm saying people could have made a mistake.
What you are saying? Your prophet, he made a mistake.
Which hadith did Prophet Muhammad write?
Sahih Muslim and Sahih Bukhari. I can show you all reference. What do you want? Which one is your favorite? But Bukhari or
references. I'm saying which one did he write?
Which one he did write? What do you mean?
Did Prophet Muhammad write a hadith personally, like him himself?
Did Muhammad write the Quran personally himself?
No.
Okay, so you should not accept the Quran then. If you cannot accept the Quran.
Abu Bakr God? Did he write hadith so he became God? No, the Quran is from God.
Okay.
That's why you accept the Quran.
All right.
Hadith
the Quran you have now is written by who?
It was you mean the Quran that was republished?
The one you have, who is coming from who? How you received the Quran today?
I bought it from a store.
No. Who is the one who make it for you as a book? Muhammad?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
God was the one who wrote the Quran. He just passed it on to Muhammad, who then put it into physical form.
This is another question. Who is the one who made the Quran a book?
That's such a vague question. Like, I don't understand what you're trying to ask.
I'm asking you, the Quran you have between your hands is printed and made by who?
I don't know.
But not by Muhammad, right?
Obviously not. He's
okay.
Dead.
Is it done by a human being other than Muhammad?
Yes.
Okay. Do you have the original book?
No, I don't.
Okay. So how you can say that you have Quran if you don't have the original book of anything?
The reason that's flawed is the same thing with the Bible, right? Do you have the original Bible?
Yes, we do. We have thousands of manuscripts.
You have manuscripts, but do you have the original?
The manuscript is the original. The manuscript is the original.
No.
Yes, it is.
No,
it is. It is.
Some of the
It is. No. You can say. You see, when we have manuscript, it's mean we have a lot of collection, but doesn't mean that all of them have to be the exact original. But it can be a copy.
So there you go. So you don't
listen. No. We have the original, and we have some manuscript who they are copy of copy. But that will not change anything. All of them they confirm each other. Now, where is the original Quran? Where is the original Quran? Where is the original? Where? No, we can. Let me, Abdul. Let me ask you. Let me ask you, Abdul. The Quran you have, according to Muslims, is the Quran of Uthman. Is that correct?
I'm not sure.
What do you mean not sure?
I'm not sure.
How we can be sure? Can you ask your mom? Are you Sunni or Shia?
I'm a Shia.
You are a Shia. Unbelievable. Shia are the last one to believe the Quran to be true book. All the Shia agree the Quran is corrupt.
I don't know what Shia you're talking to.
What are you talking about? The Shia believe that Al-Mahdi have the true Quran and he will come back with the Quran of Fatima, and now the Quran we have today is a fake Quran.
What Shia are you talking to? Where do you see
the Shia? You can go right now. I can show you tons of videos on YouTube. Your scholars speaking that the Quran today we have is a corrupt Quran.
I can show you tons of video on YouTube that say Jesus was just another man who lied.
No problem. No problem. But this is not this is not the Christian. When I say to you, you're a scholar, that's a different story. This is a Shia. Who is your Sheikh? Hezbollah? Who is your Sheikh? Who is your Sheikh? Imam al-Khomeini? Who is your Sheikh? Who is your leader? What is Shia? What kind of Shia you are? Are you Ithna Ashariya? The 12?
I'm Alawi.
Okay. You are not Alawi. You are not Alawi. If you are Ithna Ashariya, you are not Alawi.
I believe in Imam Ali. Like that.
Okay, so you are Ithna Ashariya. Okay, all the Ithna Ashariya agree that the Quran is corrupt.
All? Then why do I not agree?
You don't agree?
No, I don't.
All right. Well, my friend, obviously you do not know your religion, because all the Shia, agree that the Quran is corrupt. And as long as you don't want to tell me, who is the scholar you learn Islam from today?
I'll go upstairs and ask my mom.
I have to ask your mom. You have to ask your mom.